Living with Nusha. I'm Nusha, a former climber of the corporate ladder turned lifestyle entrepreneur. Each week, I'll bring you an inspiring message to support you in designing and creating a vibrant, fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me today. Now let's get started. Hello and welcome to Vibrant Living with Nusha. I'm Nusha and I'm delighted to be here with you today to share 5 tips that can support you to thrive and not just survive this holiday season. Now, this is a note that these are likely reminders for many of you. However, I believe that often it's great for us all to receive reminders because we may forget and get caught in just the to-do list and the stresses and the overwhelm that sometimes the holiday season can bring. So, tip number 1 is to breathe. You all know that I'm a fan of just taking a deep breath and that's it. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't take a lot of time. Super simple. And actually, episode number 46, I share a couple of techniques that you can use anytime, anywhere, as well as episode 31. So for your interest, if you'd like to know of more ways that you can get creative with breathing and not have it take a lot of time, you can check out those episodes. And another idea that some friends have implemented that has worked really well is that they have set a timer on their phones, and this would remind them to take a moment. It could be every hour, every couple of hours, however often you want, to just take a moment and take a breath and perhaps do some of these breath practices. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is another favorite of mine, and that is meditation. Even 5 minutes of meditation will make a huge difference. So ideally, you want to look at 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night, and if you really don't have that time, you can't carve out that time, then even 5 minutes will make a huge difference. And so tip number 2, meditate. And by the way, I mentioned this in episode number 46, and that is that Tim Ferriss, for those of you that know Tim Ferriss, he reported and shared that 80% of the ultra high, successful, productive people, guests that he had on his podcast, report that their number 1 productivity tool is, yes, meditation. So, you know, there's a lot to be said about meditation, and it's amazing just what 5 minutes can do. So tip number 2 is meditation. And it's backed by an abundance of people that have had great experiences. And it's interesting because as our schedule is full, these are some of the things that can go by the wayside, like meditation. And then tip number 3, which is exercise. Even 15 minutes would be awesome. And there are so many fun, creative videos that you can look at that support you in exercising intensely, getting an awesome workout in just 15 minutes. So one of our guests, Dr. Mariam Zainadine, reports that, you know, she gets up a little bit earlier, like 30 minutes or so earlier, so that she can get her exercise and she can get in her mindful practices. And I love this, and it's something that we can all apply so that we can fit in at the beginning of the day the very important things that provide us with self-care, such as meditation, exercise, journaling, reflection. Those are super important. So tip number 3 is to carve out time for exercise, even if it's just 15 minutes. And I think walking in the mall would count for exercise. I'll let you guys decide that. Okay, so tip number 3. Tip number 4 is, again, just a reminder. It's to remember what the holidays are all about, and it's to be with our friends, our family, our community, and to just really celebrate this precious time that we have together. And again, just a reminder, because I know myself, it's so easy to get caught in the to-do lists and the gift buying and the card writing and all these different things that we can lose sight of what the holidays are really about. So that is tip number 4. Again, just a reminder. And tip number 5 is to ask for help. And this is generally directed to all the super women out there. We love you for everything that you do and you create. And also, we are all here to support each other. So I know I've interviewed several super women and they have reported that that's one of the things that they wouldn't do is ask for help. So I thought this would be important to mention here. And I know that if you have children and your spouse, everyone is always there willing and wanting to serve and support. So it's a great opportunity to ask for help. So friends, these were reminders, and I trust that you will apply these 5 tips this holiday season to thrive and not just survive, and enjoy this very precious, special time of the year. And until next time, be vibrant, be bright. It's your birthright. Now, let's go out there and shine our light. Thank you for investing this time with me on the Vibrant Living with Nusha podcast. I'm so glad that you joined our conversation. If you would take 2 minutes to positively impact someone's life by sharing this episode, that would be wonderful. Please leave us a review by visiting iTunes. Let us know what you enjoy and what you'd like to see more of. It will support us on our journey to causing a worldwide epidemic of vibrant living. Until next time, be vibrant, be bright. It's your birthright. Now, let's go out there and shine our light.